Sean Devlin, man. Hey, Sean Devlin, the Mortgage Shoot Man, coming at you with What Now Wednesday. It's a guideline week all week long. We're doing guidelines, and more guidelines for you loan officers to know what stuff sticks out like a sore thumb and what the guidelines are for them. So these are very basic, and I think a lot of times are the most commonly asked questions because either people don't have a reference or they don't look and study their guidelines. I don't know. But I'm here to help you bring your whacked out scenarios to life so you know what guidelines to look out for. Yesterday, we did conventional. Today, we're back to FHA. Check it out. So, just some basics on, FHA. 96.5 is the purchase LTV. When you refinance, it's 97.75. A lot of people don't realize that. 85% cash out. So it's still available. Check it out. If you're combining a first and a second, even if the second is not purchase money, as long as it doesn't have a draw in the last 12 months greater than $1,000, well, then you can put it in with the first, consolidate the two, adds rate and term up to 97.75. A lot of people don't know this. So, to coincide with bankruptcy and foreclosure guidelines we went over yesterday for conventional, here we go with FHA. So the bankruptcy chapter 7 is 2 years. That's it. Just 2 years, okay? Chapter 13 doesn't technically have a wait anymore. So it used to be a wait after it was discharged. It's not. So what it is it's a 12-month must have elapsed in the payment of the BK13. So it doesn't matter if it's discharged or not. She can do it in it. If you're in it currently, you have to get permission from the courts, obviously. Okay? The seasoning starts from the date recorded to the discharge date and comparing that to the case assignment. All right. FHA guidelines. Here we go. Foreclosure. Foreclosure is 3 years. So unlike conventional, as I mentioned yesterday, so if you have a bankruptcy, Chapter 7, and you include a mortgage, well, now you have to follow the foreclosure rules of 3 years. Ladies and gentlemen, know this stuff. This is good. All right. Short sale can be the same as 3 years, but there's some exceptions to the rule. If you want to know all about the exceptions, that's a whole nother day itself. I don't suggest it, but see your guidelines, look them up, hit me up, hit the juice up, and I'll look you up with the guidelines. All right, so going into some of the additional questions when it comes to student loans, FHA just says 1% across the board, ladies and gentlemen. It's 1% of the balance. Very simple. VA student loans, just to throw it in there, can be deferred. So for 12 months, if they're assuming they're deferred. Can be a payment plan or due as 5% of the balance divided by 12 as your payment. Just to throw it in there, since I'm talking about student loans, conventional, ultimately, student loans can have a payment plan based on income now, but this is unconventional, okay? If deferred or don't have a payment, or dictate 0 on the credit report and then have a payment plan to show, well, you'd use 1% of the balance, just like FHA. So, if you have any questions, let me know. Today's getting juicy with some more guidelines for you guys. Don't be whacked out with your guidelines. Come to me. I'm here to help you bring these scenarios to life. You know what I always say? I love the I got a guide questions. Hit me up with your I got a guides. I'm in the office all day. As I always say, share, interact, like, repeat. As always, so well.